Welcome back to Box Eyes View. Keith One-Time Thurman has pulled out of the fight with Tszyu due to an injury. So now March 30th, we will have Sebastian Fundora versus Tszyu for the WBL Super Welterweight Championship as well as WBC vacant title. So let's go ahead and get into this breakdown as well as prediction. Starting off with Sebastian, the towering Inferno Fundora comes in at 26 years old at 6'6" with a 80-inch reach. And yes, I did say 80-inch reach. So I feel it's pretty obvious to see his advantages with his height as well as his reach when he so chooses to use them. And just to give you guys another idea of how big this man really is, I'll give you guys a scale of former as well as current heavyweight champions. WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury at 6'9", Mike Tyson at 5'10", Lennox Lewis at 6'6", and Muhammad Ali at 6'2". You can just see how he compares with some of the greats. And like I said previously, when he does use his advantages with his height and range, he does have a good pawing jab as well as a stiff jab, which really sets up the rest of his punches, whether they're straights or uppercuts. But even with those size advantages as well as reach, he has really made a choice that he feels more comfortable on the inside, where he's able to throw punches in bunches, as well as probably his best punch being the left uppercut as well as his hooks around the guard. Even though he's shown his best work on the inside, he's also shown some skill when he's using his jab from the outside, pawing it out there or throwing it at his opponent to bait them to come in. And he hits them with that heavy left uppercut, which is probably his best punch, like I said. He reminds me of former super welterweight Paul Williams, where the tall, skinny frame he has, you expect him to fight on the outside, but he's naturally an inside fighter and really throws punches in bunches. In April of 2022, against Erickson Lubin, we were able to see some of his strengths as well as his weaknesses. This fight was a barn burner from beginning to end. Fundora was able to show off his strengths with his uppercuts, almost spamming them at times. And he was able to drop Lubin in the second after a flurry of punches. And through the middle rounds, we were able to see a good back and forth fight where we can see flaws in Sebastian Fundora's high guard, where he's able to get touched. And in the 7th round, Lubin dropped Fundora as he started to fade and looked kind of fatigued. But Fundora was able to show his heart and determination and finish up the fight in the 9th round by a corner stoppage. And with his most recent fight with Brian Mendoza in April of 2023, Fundora was really showing his full arsenal in this fight, showing the jab early on, being patient, showing those big uppercuts, as well as counters, even hooks to the head until the 7th round. And in that 7th round, he saw the same fate as Paul Williams did against Sergio Martinez. He was knocked out with the heavy left hook, but he was still standing. Then Brian Mendoza comes back with the heavy right hand, knocking him out. And he was unable to get up from that count. And that is the last fight we have seen of Sebastian Fundora. Now on to Tim, the Soul Taker Tszyu. Tszyu comes from a legendary boxing family, being the son of Costa Tszyu, who has wins over the likes of Roger Mayweather, Julio Cesar Chavez, who some people think is the greatest Mexican boxer of all time, and Zab Judah, in my opinion, was the greatest knockout of all time. Tszyu comes in at 29 years old, at 5'8.5", with a 70-inch reach. Some of Tszyu's strengths are his relentless, calculated pressure that forces opponents to overthink and open up, which leave them open for counters. He has sharp and explosive power with almost any punch that he throws. In March of 2022, against Terrell Gausha, we were able to see some of his flaws. He was dropped in the 1st round by a sharp right hand when he was trying to throw his own as well. But it ended up showing to be just a flash knockdown, as Tszyu was able to go throughout the fight and do as he pleases with his sharp punches to the body as well as the head and come out with the unanimous decision. And in March 2023, Tszyu fought former champion Tony Harrison. We were able to see some of his other flaws as well against the jab, which may be a big part in this fight. But Tszyu, doing what he does with his pressure, was able to walk down Tony Harrison and do what he's done in every single one of his fights. throw sharp, heavy punches, and eventually got Tony Harrison out in the 9th round. And in October 2023, Tszyu fought like opponent in Brian Mendoza. Tszyu was really able to do as he pleases in this fight, as he used his pressure to really throw those sharp punches against Brian Mendoza and really walk him down all fight, and eventually got the unanimous decision. If you also happen to still be here, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you're getting down with the breakdown as well as this prediction. And now, after breaking down both fighters, I'm going to give you guys some X factors of what I think both fighters need to do to come out victorious. Starting off with the Towering Inferno, I feel he needs to use his jab to his advantage and his reach and pick spots to fight on the inside and not just fight all the time, because he's shown already that he can get hit with those heavy hooks. And as for Tszyu, I feel like he really just needs to stay sharp, as I feel the Towering Inferno will not be able to resist that inside fighting and just really wait for his openings to throw his heavy right uppercut or even chopping right hand. Now on to prediction time. I honestly feel, with the clash of styles being similar in ways, that this fight can go really either way. But I have to go with Tszyu, 60-40 kind of fight. Even with the change of opponent, with Keith One-Time Thurman being a boxer puncher, being someone that Tszyu would probably have to go look for and be wary of his big punches, I don't feel like the Towering Inferno will be able to resist an inside fight and come straight to Tszyu. So I gotta go with Tszyu with a mid to late round stoppage. So y'all go ahead and let me know down in the comments who you guys got winning this one. Until next time.